Signs, signs everywhere, signs. Signs for your business and signs for your ride. SignBro's is the place where we make your signs.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, that's it.
We have the fabulous group Linkin Bridge in the house.
Yeah.
From Kentucky.
Yes.
That's right.
Give it up.
I want to know basically who's the one that got this whole thing going, especially where you guys are from. I know Kentucky, I mean, acapella. We're familiar with acapella music, but I want to know how you guys started. What started this whole thing going?
Monterey. He got there was a mutual friend of ours that reached out to Monterey. Monterey was the guy that really started. A mutual friend reached out, asked Monterey, look, I got somebody that has an avenue to get y'all seen. He has 800 some subscribers on YouTube. He's a comedian and he wants to see if you and your cousin and stuff want to do this prank. So Monterey,
800-something thousand.
800-something subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Monterey reached out to me first, and then he reached out to Rome, and then reached out and we all eventually we did the prank. We got together and we did the prank. Unfortunately, before he reached out to these two, there was two other guys. They said, I'm not doing that prank because it was around the height of the Trayvon Martin situation.
Okay.
So, and the prank was kind of, it was dancing a line. It was walking a fine line between it stereotypes and things. So we were going to dress up with hoodies on and looking and intimidating like we was going to rob some people and go to the suburbs. Yeah, and go to the suburbs. But it was easy for us to do because we was in the hood. So that was easy. It was like just put on our regular clothes and go out there. Cool, no problem.
Yeah.
Knocking people's doors and saying Christmas carols. With two dudes declined doing it, and they kicking themselves in the butt right now because in November of 2015 he went ahead and reached out to Big Rome, reached out to E, and got the prank together. We did the prank. We got together for a week, did the prank on a Saturday, freezing cold. People don't even know he had his sleeves cut off on the video and stuff. It's freezing sleet outside. We did the prank, scared all the white people in the neighborhoods. The prank was done Saturday, then it was edited and things, and then was released Sunday, 11 11:05 p.m. at night on Sunday. We were like, why would you release a video on a Sunday at 11:05 at night? But apparently this guy knows what he's doing. So he released the video. In less than 12 hours, it was over 1 million views on YouTube. Wow. Less than 12 hours. We had no idea. We had no name or nothing. But then the name and everything came about because reading the comments, we noticed how the comments were bringing the issue of stereotypes to the table. It was a conversational piece, and people were having an intelligent conversation about this. Some people were being what they are, ignorant, but some people were being really, it was something that needs to be talked about. And when it took that, it took a form of its own, and then that's when we noticed this. What we did was linking people together, like a chain link. It was linking people together, and people were able to see the ignorance of judging a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So it went 500 million views on all social media sites. It was shared around the world. Because of what we did, it was even seen on CNN. Some guys tried to mock us in the Navy, and they put on white hoods.
Oh, really?
And they got a lot of slack because they were also court-martialed. But because of what they did to mock us, what they did...
It got us on CNN.
CNN. Because CNN said, look at these guys doing something positive. Look at these buttheads. So...
Got you.
So that was formed just originally as a prank then?
Yes, just a prank.
So from that step it went into...
2 months later.
Us becoming a group.
But us becoming a group, us getting our name, and then eventually it led to us getting on America's
3 months later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 2015 November, December, January, and then February. America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Getting a standing ovation, saying "Somewhere in the Rainbow." That was our first time on
amazing.
stage.
I followed you guys, man.
Explain that
Yeah.
experience on America's.
Rome.
Oh, man. The experience on America's Got Talent. You see Simon Cowell if you watch, American Idol or whatever the case is, so you know what he's capable of. He will tear you down if he doesn't like you. So, we were gonna take what we did in the prank, the whole black thing with the hoodies and stuff. We was gonna take it to America's Got Talent. We walked on stage and the judges were one thing, but when we walked out on stage and there was like 4,000 people. You understand? So now you're not even looking at the judges, you're looking at all the people. And then all of a sudden Simon's like, "Hello guys," and you're like, "Oh man,
This is real.
Wow.
So
This is real.
a lot of them thought because of what we had on, they thought that we were gonna rap. But we flipped it.
Sure.
We did the whole stereotypical, oh, these guys are gonna rap. They got our black on, they got necklaces on, and we did Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And it killed them.
Now, when I initially saw that first time you guys sang, it kind of got the reaction like you guys didn't expect to. One person, I can't remember who it was, but like the reaction was like, "Wow, they actually liked us."
Yeah,
and you were very emotional, which I was touched by.
Yeah.
You were very emotional.
We were all emotional.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, we was
He cried.
before the song was over, we did the climax part, but before the song was over, we was bumping chests and stuff. Then we was like, hold on, we gotta get back to it. We still in front of these people.
Sure.
We gotta get back to our stuff, and that's when we got back into the song. But to go your entire life and not be appreciated, and then be told that you don't fit the image because you're not small enough, you're too old, you're too fat, you're too this, you don't fit what the business wants. And then at the time that we did what we did, no one was actually performing. People, there wasn't no quartet groups out in circular. No, everybody wasn't doing that. Boys and Men wasn't even on the market yet. They were in Vegas, but no one was doing anything. You wasn't hearing of any quartet groups. Where did they all go? It's like we snuck up behind the music business and brought that back to the forefront.
Gotcha.
And
That was a good analogy.
yeah, we snuck up, and we tried to be. We tried to hold back the tears and stuff, but you gotta understand, when you go in your entire life as a nobody, you fresh from a restaurant, fresh from a grocery store. You know what I'm saying? When you have given up on this, and then you're standing in front of the biggest critics in the world, getting a standing ovation for something you love to do that people told y'all, because y'all don't fit the image that we want. We need Backstreet Boys.
Got you.
Look, we need that slim look. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Well, just so you guys know, we just finished you guys' show. We're here backstage after your guys' show. You guys put on a great show, man. You really did. Yeah, you guys put on it. It's not surprised that you guys went as far as you guys did on America's Got Talent, man. You guys, it's.
I do have a question though, and when you guys went from the acapella to going with the instrumental, was that hard for you guys, or how did your fans feel about that, or was it just a natural transition?
Well, it's something that it was something that you do worry about because we started out a cappella, but the show actually gave us it gave us that avenue that we could take, where you could do a cappella and where you could do music to tracks, where you can do it to accompaniment, you know what I'm saying, with beatboxing, with the guitar. So
Was there any kind of pressure from them to do instruments, or was that all your choice? You could have gone
Simon
all
Cowell
acapella
did
if you
that. Simon
wanted.
Cowell did that, didn't he?
Well, yeah, man. We were prepared to do a cappella, but we took suggestions from the producers of America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And that's what we did, man. And it wound up working out, and I'm glad that we did it because we can do the acapella. We can do the,
show that we have a broader, we can hit all elements if we need. If we could, I mean, the funny thing is that a lot of stuff that we do with music, we can do a cappella.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not really an issue. If we can do it it doesn't matter. It doesn't. If we get music without music, we both ways. Boys and Men 2020. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it back.
Which brings us into. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Now, which brings us into Matthew. We just stepped out for a second. Your guitar player now on stage live, and Raul from Chiapas, Mexico.
Yeah.
Me compa aquí, yeah. This is it's awesome, and just tell us really quickly about that because I know people will see some notice that in you.
Raul? Raul's dope. First off, Raul is the #2 beatboxer in the freaking country. He gels with us extremely well. He works so hard. He's funny, and he's a Pokemon master. So that's Raul probably in that show.
It had
And he likes
Andy knows Kung Fu.
and he likes Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball Z.
And he taught me about tacos.
Nice.
What they really stand
The
for.
real
The
tacos.
real
My
tacos.
son, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of lean towards we all lean towards it, but I had this thing like I was not gonna let it go. Ryu performed at this place that we saw him at, but we thought it was the radio.
Our mayor's inauguration.
Mayor's,
the mayor of Louisville. It was his inauguration ceremony or whatever.
And you performed there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
when he was performing, you know, he's a smaller guy, and there was these young ladies dancing and stuff, and we was like, yeah, I said, where's that music coming from? And I couldn't see him, and then all of a sudden, you know, they did this routine where they all separated, and he was just standing there. Yeah, I said, that's him.
Wow.
And
Yeah, man.
And what I noticed is that to our acapella fans, they were like, I like y'all singing acapella.
Yeah.
So it was like, how do you give your fans the music? And because you got some fans that like the music, they got some fans that love the acapella. So how do you keep it true to your fans? I was like, well, we're gonna need somebody up there that's doing that. And I was watching the Pentatonics, and you watching the 10 guys, straight no chase. So you watching all these acapella groups, and they all have a percussionist, but there's a beatbox percussionist, and I'm like, who do we know that's dope like that? I was like, ding ding ding. That bell went off. It was like him. Then I told him, I said, you're gonna be a part of the equation.
But our beatbox is dope, though.
Yeah.
We've got the dope.
So,
Yeah, he got the dope.
Did he come on board before the guitar?
Now Matt was with us first. Matt's been with us for a while. Matt,
Almost 2 years now.
yes.
Wow.
Now the acoustic, I always feel like the acoustic or just the guitar. It's almost acapella. You can't.
I got you.
You can sit on the bridge and just have an acoustic guitar and just go and have somebody sing. It's basically acapella. It's raw. It's gritty.
He did electric.
He did electric tonight because we needed the different dimensions, but still, when we have an acoustic performance with him sometimes too, and it's still true to the acapella, but you got percussions. Ain't no drummer up there.
How did you find him? How did you get a hold of him?
How do I get him? I got his number the day of the thing that he performed. I got his number that day, but then it never dawned on me to actually. I connected with him, told him I would get with him, but my son would not stop playing these other acapella bands that were all beatboxes and stuff. I'm like,
No, he told him the first day he heard him. He told him you're gonna be in the group.
I told him.
Oh,
That. I
nice.
told him that. I told him that. But I didn't know when. But my son pressed it too, and I was watching, and I said, you know what?
And I was like, wait a minute, you can't just tell him he's gonna be in the group. He's like, he's gonna be in the group. He gotta be in the group.
And
Yes.
thank God his attitude, man. When it comes, and I'm sure you brothers know, when it comes to being in a group, man, you have to be able to give a little, to get a little, to, you know what I'm saying? You might argue a little bit, but you got to bounce back. and Raul's attitude is phenomenal, man. I mean, he's there on time at rehearsal, and he doesn't leave until we like, okay, practice is over.
Except
You know what I'm saying?
whenever I have to pick up Mantre, I'm late.
Yeah.
One thing I was gonna say, a lot of
But he
people
can't
don't.
blame me. You be showing up to pick me up.
A lot of people don't realize how acapella music, how hard it is to do acapella music.
Man.
Everybody's got to be on key.
Yes.
If somebody's off key, you can tell.
You notice
There's no
we didn't start
there's no
Doves crying.
instruments to cover
We didn't
up,
start
man.
Doves crying until that note was right. We like this.
Yeah. Everybody's got to be on the same
That's the thing
page,
about
man.
acapella, man. People say, "Oh, nobody's perfect," and that's true. But when it comes to acapella, you gotta
gotta
be
be.
damn near perfect, man.
And that's what I enjoyed about you guys on stage. You feel comfortable.
Yes.
I mean, I like the fact that you're like, hey, and I could see that because that was cool. Laid back. It was like everybody, I think, sometimes expects perfection.
No,
and
no,
you
no,
guys
no, no.
feel comfortable.
No, we would tell people. That's why Rome said initially in the beginning of the performance. What did Rome say? We'd like to welcome you all to our rehearsal. Because at our rehearsal, you're gonna hear some wild things. You're gonna hear mistakes. You're gonna hear. We're gonna do that because I can't. There's something about that robotic. No.
Yeah, I got you.
No, you know what I'm saying? Show that we're human, and you know what I'm saying? And everybody, so that's why I'm like, Matt, what's the key? Boom, boom, what's the key? You got your note, and we showing people, get your note.
Yeah.
Ain't none of that.
Get it right, then.
Look, ain't none of that.
Try guessing at the last second. Yeah.
This is not Walt Disney. No, this is real. This is not Walt Disney. This is real.
Wow.
Even though we want to perform at Walt Disney, so let them know that.
Very soon, man. At this rate you guys are going, absolutely. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quick?
Why did you guys
Whoever.
go?
You already know you're. Go ahead.
What do you
Mr. Raul.
want me to say?
Introduce
Just say your
yourself.
name, where you from?
Yeah, your
We're
name
still
and
working
stuff.
on his. Go ahead.
Okay, so do I look over there?
Sure.
Okay. Well, my name is Raul. I'm originally from Chiapas, Mexico, and I've been living in Kentucky for 12 years now.
Excellent.
Young man.
I play with Linkin Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he performs with Linkin Bridge. He don't play with us.
Yeah, don't get that. Don't get that. Yeah.
Hey, mister.
I'm China Lacey. We're gonna give what we sang in the group. It's funny. Our group is weird because we're like a sound man's nightmare. Because it's 3 bass singers. Everybody's doing a first tenor somewhere in the song. So we're like I said, a sound man's nightmare. But China Lacey, go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm Big Ron, man, from Louisville, KY, baby.
Yeah.
Linkin Bridge.
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Montre Davis, and I sing bass, and I sing first tenor, and you know, the falsetto part, and I can sing in between too. So I sing bass and tenor, and then lead also.
And Roman said he could be modest. Roman's the powerhouse. We go to him for that big Celine Dion note. You know what I'm saying?
Out of all the people tonight.
And then big Celine.
Let me,
You know what I'm saying?
let me put it like this: if we were the Avengers, we just look at Rome and say Hulk smash.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
I'm Elliot Nichols. I'm the newest member of the group. I'm from the west end of Louisville, Kentucky. So west that if you go any further, you'll fall into the Ohio River.
Yes.
I've been in the group for about 1.5 years, and we're going to the top.
Yes.
He's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. Now he's our first tenor, and he's also our pizzazz. Like, wow, because he sometimes I be like, yeah, do it again, say it again. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm Matthew Mazzoni. I'm originally from Arkansas. I moved to Louisville in 2015 to finish up college, and I met the guys. It must have been 2018 or so. I've been playing with them for 2 years
Well,
now.
tell them how you met us.
Montre.
I met Montre. I was accompanying a vocalist on a vocal competition that Montre was the judge of. And Montre came up and got my number after the show and said, hey man, you gonna play with Linkin Bridge one day.
No.
Now see, he didn't want.
It's okay for him to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
I can't get that low.
So he basically broke you up from the other person. You stole
Yeah,
it from the other
basically.
group. Oh, okay.
That's what we do. We stay.
we grab here, we just grab pieces all over the place.
Yeah. So Montre actually called me the day of my senior recital. When I was finishing up school. And then like a month later, we were opening up for the Commodores. Total whirlwind, man.
Sweet.
How was that, man? Commodores?
Oh man, tell him.
It was historic.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
We did the Commodore shows. It was 15,000 people.
Wow.
And we opened up for Backstreet Boys at the Yum Center, which
And they sold out.
seats
20,000.
20,000.
Wow.
Crazy,
Yeah.
man.
I like Valdosta. Isn't that where your parents
Valdosta, my dad surprised my mom. She didn't know I was playing with the group. So he planned this whole trip. They were doing a road trip a week or whatever, and it kind of culminated with them.
Nice.
He was like, let's go to this random concert. And she's like, Linkin Bridge, I think I saw them on the show. And she was a fan. And then we walked out on stage, and my mom was like, you know, she did a double take.
Nice story.
There's a
Wow.
video, and my mom, I mean, she sees me, and she just, I mean, sobbing. Just sobbing.
That's awesome.
Tears of joy. So
Nice.
it's really special that she
That
got to see
happens a
me
lot,
hang out.
man. When it comes to Lincoln Bridge, it's a lot of crime, man.
His dad got some brownie. His dad got some brownie points that day.
Oh, yeah.
That was dope. How your dad did that.
That's some pimping.
Is that smooth?
Pimping player type stuff.
Yeah, that was smooth. He's Billy D. That's a Billy D move.
You guys have a great story, man. We wish you guys the best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll wind it up so you guys can.
Now look, I want to tell y'all. We are really from the streets, okay? No, that's not a lie. That's not a
No, this is
fabrication.
fun.
This ain't no Broadway. This ain't no Broadway musical type of thing. We really are from the streets. I'm talking. When I say we really are from the streets, that I don't need to say it any more than that. But just because we're from that doesn't mean we have to be confined to that. You know, the world's a big place, and since we've been doing this, I've seen all types of stuff. So I'm telling all those that don't believe that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that you feel like your dark circumstance, there's no way to get out of it. There's a way. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient, and you have to stay prayed up, and you have to work hard at what you do. If you want to get out of that situation or that predicament, you gotta work hard.
First you have
gotta grind.
First you have to dream, and then you make that dream a reality.
Yes, you make it
Keep on
happen.
telling yourself, I am going to be this.
And then you do what it
I am going to
takes
do this.
to
And
get
you
it.
work hard to get there, and you get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler Perry keep telling everybody the same thing. It works. It works. Look at us. We're in New Mexico. Come on, I'm from the hood. From the hood to Hollywood.
That's right.
Hold on. We was on Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel with Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Lawrence. What, Radio City Music Hall.
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall. I'm from the hood. I'm from the projects, man.
So, you know, this doesn't happen for everybody, but as long as you keep on believing in yourself, I think that you can make things happen and you can speak things into existence.
Yes.
You know, I was working at a grocery store making $8.30 an hour, and
Right before this?
Yeah, right before Linkin Bridge. Yes, I was working at a restaurant.
So I've even had jobs to
years
tell
at
me,
a
I'm going
restaurant.
to give you a raise, I'm going to do this, and then they would lie to me. And I knew that the only way I was going to make the money that I deserved was by singing. And so I would always tell my coworkers, oh yeah, I'm going to be a singer. I am going to make it. And they'd be like, but you're working in this grocery store. Why don't you just quit and sing? I said, it's not that easy. You can't just, I still got to pay bills right now. But I felt like I was like being pressed down because I'm like, you know, they don't want to give me a raise, and you know, and I'm working extra hard for these people, and then I'm singing at my job, and you got managers coming back there being nasty. Hey, I wouldn't quit my day job, you know, basically saying that I couldn't sing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Look at me now.
You got your violin.
Look at me now.
no. I'm just saying.
Right, yeah.
There's the perfect example of that was there was a lady that was like being really nasty at my job, and she'd come back there and tell me to be quiet, and you can sing on your own time when you get off work. And by the way, don't quit your day job. But then as soon as America's Got Talent came to that same job to interview us, and had the camera in my face, then she comes over, hey, you know when I was saying that stuff to you, I was just joking. Will you take a picture with me? And you know, I was still nice to her. I took a picture with her. But she knows.
Oh, yeah.
She knows.
So we got that out. Y'all got a lot of information out.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Follow us on all social media platforms. It's Linkin Bridge, just one word. If you follow us on Facebook, beware to see goofy stuff.
Yes.
And laughing and fun in our rehearsals. Instagram, great photos and great stories on there. And our new album is out, guys. It's on all platforms, guys.
And I want to give a shout out to y'all again.
Any way that you listen to music,
SignBroCast.
that's where Linkin Bridge is, guys.
SignBroCast.
SignBroCast.
You guys.
SignBroCast.
Wait.
SignBro, yeah.
And also,
It's not a podcast, this is a broadcast, okay?
SignBroCast.
That's right.
SignBroCast. Yes.
and our website is wearelinkinbridge.com.
And they can really sing too. Don't let them fool you. They can really blow.
We can't take off without singing with Linkin Bridge. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. To the end of the road, still I can't let go.
start moving around.
Hey, thanks guys so much.
Thank you guys. It's been a privilege for us. It really has.
He said it. That's
Thank you guys, man. Safe travels, okay? Good luck.
Some Rose is the place where we make a sign.